Hey guys, if you're tired of being broke and not having money, I suggest that you watch this video all the way to the end because I'm going to give you guys a piece of advice so you can have money in your pocket and so you can stop having these bad habits and you can actually go out and use your money for things that actually matter and that can help you build your life into the life that you want. So stay tuned. By the way, if you're new to the channel, I'm Fernando Roman, husband, father, and co-owner of RomanXL.com. We're building wealth, faith, and legacy starts with you. I spent a lot of my time when I was younger doing a lot of stupid shit and hanging out in the streets. And that was a mistake I made from like the age of like 11 or 12 all the way to 18. All through high school, I just did a lot of stupid shit until I started to read books and study and actually focus my attention on things that would elevate me as a man and for me to do better with my life and my money and my finances. And it started around high school or like a little bit after high school, and I was already 18. So I spent from like 11 to 18 fucking up. And then when I turned 18 all the way to 28 now, just studying, reading books, applying everything that I read into my life. As you can see, all the books behind me, just reading books and books and books and applying this new knowledge into my life and really honing in on myself and actually finding what mattered to me. Because in school they taught me garbage. Like, I mean, I guess it's good because they teach you the basic fundamentals, ABC, 1, 2, 3. As you finish school, nobody really teaches you anything anymore. There's no more learning, especially for somebody like me who didn't want to go to college. And unless you go to college, then that's a whole nother thing. But if you didn't go to college, then you had no choice but to you had to learn. And if you didn't learn anything, and I'm not even talking about academic, I'm talking about just personal development and personal development as a man and what that means. And I needed to learn how to be a man because all my life I never had my father in my life. Well, I did, but he was in and out of my life. But still, the whole point is that nobody's gonna teach you anything that I'm talking about. The stuff that I talk about and the stuff that I make videos on, nobody's gonna teach you none of that stuff. So that's why you're here, so you can learn that stuff. And that's my purpose here. That's my intention with these videos, is to actually tell people and show men other ways to grow outside of school. Because in school they're not going to teach you none of this stuff. Even in college, if you went to college and yeah, like, I mean, yeah, if you went to college, they won't even teach you none of this stuff. So it's and the stuff that I talk about is really essential for you to grow as a man, because nobody's gonna tell you this stuff. Even if you had a dad and your dad knew, or you know, your dad was in your life but he wasn't really present, or your dad doesn't know any of the stuff that I'm gonna tell you. Yeah, it's gonna happen a lot of the times, because and you can't blame him, because maybe his parents didn't show him about money. They didn't show him about how to like control your thoughts and your mind and what to do. And these are things that I had to read in books. Even how to talk. How to talk, I had to learn that through a book. Like stuff like most of the things that I learned in my life after high school as a man, and things that I actually use today, is from these books that are behind me right now. So keep watching the video and we're going to keep talking about it. So one thing I want to tell you in this video for sure, 100%, that I didn't learn in school, is for you to focus on your money. And the way that you focus on your money, just get a job. Like, get a job. That's how you start, really. It doesn't matter if you work at McDonald's, Burger King, Chick-fil-A, if you work at a laundromat folding clothes. It doesn't matter where you work. That would be an advice that I would give to anybody that's young, that's a young person. Just get a job. Like, if you're 16 or you're 15, you got working papers and you can go to work, I suggest you go to work and stop worrying about how much you're going to get paid, because really you need to be focusing on getting a little bit of money. And that's something that's very important, even that I did. Like, when I started, working, like when I was like, I think I was 15 or 16, and I started working at ShopRite pushing carts. And that's the beginning of my journey. I'm a truck driver now, and I'm a driver trainer. Yeah, but I didn't start that way, you know. You definitely got to start just by getting a job. And then from that, you build momentum, and then you start worrying about like how to budget your money. But you first got to start with getting a job. Getting a job is so important, and it teaches you like life skills. You get to learn how to interact with people. Like when I was pushing carts in ShopRite, I learned how to communicate. Like I didn't 100% learn how to communicate with people, but it definitely built some type of callus for me. Like a callus, like a shell on my skin. And to build that man, I don't even know the word for it. Start working and build momentum so you can actually get some money, because you need money. If you want to do anything in life, anything, you need money first. And I know some people would say, oh, it's your mindset first. Like, nah, you can't even focus on your mindset and what kind of mindset you want to build if you don't got no money, because you stuck in survival mode. You got to get out of survival mode. So that being said, you got to get money. Even a little bit of money. I don't care if you're making $10 an hour, because when I started working, I was making like $8 and some change an hour, and I used to make like garbage money, man. I'm telling you, I used to make like $100 something a week, because I was part-time, and I was going to school in the afternoon. No, in the morning I would go to school, and in the afternoon I'll go right to work at ShopRite pushing carts. But you need to build momentum. You need to do that. And if you don't do it, I don't know what else to tell you, man. But you got to build momentum. That's like step number one. So the way to master your money, because for me, that's number one. You need to master your money and the way you operate with your money. But 100% step number one is just get a job. You got a job, you can master your money that way. After you have a job and you learn how to budget your money and you get locked in on mastering your money, you can move on to mastering your mind. When you have money and you're out of survival mode, that's when you can actually put pressure and start studying on your mind. Number one, look, forget everything. If I could give you one piece of advice, pick up a book. If you pick up books, you'll learn anything you want to learn. You'll learn everything. Just open the book, because just like I say, books are keys to the doors in your mind, but you need the key. The books are the keys to the doors in your mind. You need that. Essential, important. So after you get a little bit of money, then you can focus on your mind and actually break down what it means to actually focus, and then what to pay attention to. And there's a lot of books on like consciousness and how to operate and where to focus and positive affirmations, and I'm big on that. Like every day. Like Kevin Gates says it all the time. Geniuses talk to themselves, and it's true. It's just subconscious. Like you got to understand that your subconscious and your consciousness is operating no matter what. Like when you wake up, boom, your brain turns on. There's no turning it off until you go to sleep or when you're dead. So you need to focus on your consciousness and your subconsciousness and actually put it somewhere. Like focus, put your attention on certain things. Like focus on money, focus on learning how to control your mind and learning the power of awareness. And that is so powerful. Just knowing those two things, how to master your money and master your mind, it'll take you, bro, you'll take off. But you need to master these things. You need to put your focus towards that. And that's why I say, when you get a little bit of money, you get out of survival mode. Because when you're in survival mode, you're not going to be able to, you can't focus on anything. How can you focus if you don't have no money? It's impossible. Because when I didn't have no money and I was in the streets doing dumb shit, I couldn't even think about trying to like invest money and do business and make YouTube videos or anything. Like I didn't care. I just wanted to hang out in the streets. But once I started getting a little bit of money, I started to slow down, and then I started working. And when I worked, Then I was reading books because I had money so I could buy a book. And when I started buying books and I started finding what I was interested in, the books that I was interested in. And that's all I wanted to read was books about finances, books about consciousness, books about my mind, books on how to communicate, books on environmental subjects like what's the word? I'll get it for you right now. Hold on. Yeah, like how to create my own environment and like ways to communicate, and books on how to be a leader. And like I started to open my mind and expand, because if you don't read, you're not gonna go nowhere. You need to read. Reading is essential. And the only way you're gonna be able to do that and move forward with your life and actually be intentional with yourself and focus is by getting money. And once you get money, then you could do everything else that is that you want to do to build for your life, for your future. And that's important. You know, some people might not care, and then this video is not for you because you don't care. But this video is definitely for people who want to advance their life and improve and focus on personal development. Long story short, if you want to have money in your pocket and you want to be able to save money and you want to be able to start investing your money and you want to be able to do all the things that you want to do with your money and improve your life, you need to start mastering your money, mastering your mind, and focusing. Like, focus on what you're paying attention to and read some books, because I'm always going to advocate for books. I'm always going to tell people to read books because books are so important. If you don't read books, most like even the richest people on the planet read books. The richest people read books. So that's important. So if you want to be able to level up your life and improve your life and be the best version of yourself and be the best man that you can be, man or woman, whoever watches this video, 100% is going to be like master your money and master your mind so you can start improving yourself and start building wealth, you know? And then when you start building wealth, you can focus on your faith and you can focus on your legacy if you have kids, or your future kids, your future wife, you know, start building a legacy for yourself. And 100%. And like I said, if you master your money and your mind, you'll be able to like anchor yourself in your faith, you know, and start learning about religion and the importance of that and how that creates a foundation for your future, for your kids, for your wife. And 100%, man. So just lock in, read books. This is something for you to start. This is a video for you to open your mind up a little bit on money and your mind and what you're paying attention to. So 100%, yeah, this video is for sure for you guys. And if it's not for you, it's not for you. And if it is for you, thank you for paying attention to this video.